I never understood relationships. I mean, I know commitment's involved and trust is involved and whatnot. I don't think that I could be married. I mean, it's not the commitment thing. It's not, you know, that it just doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? It's not being tied down. It's not being told what to do or, you know, what to wear or where to go. You know, it's none of that. It's just, I guess it's kind of like a freedom thing, kind of like an independent thing. You know, I don't believe in, you know, monogamy. I mean, I don't know if necessarily that's a bad thing. I just don't think that, you know, we're meant to be with one person. I mean, in a sense, you know, I mean, people can be together for a while, and that's cool. But I don't see myself being married. Although I do have a daughter, and that's the last relationship that I had, and it was okay for, you know, the first, you know, 3-4 months, and that turned out really bad because, you know, she got pregnant, didn't know what to do, and you know, throughout that relationship, it was good. But then after a while, she's just like, well, you can't hang out with certain, you know, of your friends because I don't like them. Fuck that. I never really took any shit from her. I mean, I respected her when, like, you know, I'd want to go out and I would invite her, you know, kind of, you know, like hang out with them, and they're like, well, you know, who the fuck is this bitch to fucking say who you can and can't hang out with? You have to feel obligated to bring you along, you know, and for the most part, she was cool with it up until she found out that one of my friends didn't like her because she, you know, she started, you know, basically talking shit, you know, about him. You know, I haven't had very many relationships. You know, I mean, if I have, I mean, they're not really like relationships, like boyfriend, girlfriend. It's like a casual thing, maybe dating. Wish it was sexual. Yeah. Well, see, dogs, you can like seclude them and you can like confine them. You can't do that with women. Women would just come at you after like an hour of arguing, and they would still come, you know, after you. Like, what is it with like the chicks playing the whole crying card? You know, like, that's one thing that I never actually really liked about fucking chicks, man. You say something and they're like, why? Why? Fuck this. You know, I don't want this. But yeah, you spent, you know, all that time trying to, you know, thinking, oh, this is the one. This is who I want to be with, and it just doesn't work out, you know? And I'm not, I mean, I'm a guy. I mean, women, most women, don't get me wrong, most women expect, you know, for shit like that to happen. Ain't gonna happen. I have no money, I don't have a nice car, you know, obviously I don't have my own place, but still, I mean, if someone is expecting me to take care of them, then I need to get some out of it. You know, if I'm going to invest time or emotion or love or whatever the hell you women want, then I need to somehow, you know, benefit out of that. You know, the sex, yeah, it's got to be, you know, that's default. When you say you do whenever you want it, let's go. But a lot of women, well, I'm tired. Well, no, not this. And then, you know, guys just like, that's why guys cheat also. Women ain't giving them enough. You know, I think the most important thing, I think, is personality. If you like someone for who they are and their person, then that's really all that matters. You know, if you're successful and you have cash, it's easier to get a chick or a wife, you know, than the average Joe. You know, where you actually have to work for that shit. You know, and, well, you get engaged, you know, you're engaged for a year, and then you set a date, and then it's just prolonged for another year. And I think that's what happens. It's harder for a guy to get married or want to get married than a woman to get married. You know, there's just, women have, you know, I mean, how often do you see a guy, just a regular guy, hardworking guy, marry a rich chick? There's no such thing as a woman with good looks who cooks and cleans. All of them have maids. Most of them have maids. Relationships aren't for me. You can't do this, you know, you can't wear that. Where are you going? You know, they want to be your mother, your father, your lawyer, you know, your pastor. No, I just couldn't deal with that. You know, a lot of people told me, you know, they're like, well, you're young, you know, just like I said, hey, you know what, I'm never gonna have a kid, you know, and everyone's like, well, you say that because you're young, you don't know any better, and they were right. But now I'm a little bit older, you know, I'm a little, you know, smarter, that I don't see it that way. You know, wanting somebody to take care of you. Hey, fuck, if you don't have to work, that's what I'm looking for, you know. I mean, if a woman wants to take care of me, fine. I need somebody to pay my child support. But if it's just us hanging out and you have a problem with me, well, then obviously you need to go. What about the, you know, the guys or, you know, that waited, you know, these weird fucking guys, because I don't know how, you know, to wait till they're married, you know, to have sex. They save their virginity for the chick that, you know, and I mean, a woman can say, oh yeah, I'm a virgin. You know, we'll wait till we get married and we'll both lose our virginity. Shit, how the hell do we know that she hasn't already been, you know, bam? I mean, who knows? I mean, that's where the trust thing comes in, and I think that if you say you do, you better do, and don't say you do when you don't, you know, and that's the thing. And it's not, I just, you know, like I said, you know, there's certain guys who are just, you know, hey, you know what, I want to get married because I want kids. But those are the guys who actually do it right. They don't actually get into it and be like, hey, you know what, bam, hey, here you go. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in love at first sight. It's just too complicated for just love at once. Shit, man, there's so many women on the street that I've seen. I mean, just gorgeous. Yeah, hell yeah, you know, hell, I'll marry her. But I don't know how she is after, you know. Like I said, I don't necessarily want that. You know what I mean? Like no, just I don't think I can be with one person for, you know, a long period of time. I like my women slim. How would you tell, you know, a woman that you know, that has some extra pounds, you know, or even the love handles? I mean, love handles can mean anything. Depends on which way you look at it. But I mean, this isn't love. My actually first real girlfriend, like, who actually I really cared about, that I actually wanted to be, you know, with her, and I asked her out, and I did the whole dinner thing, and which was a big mistake because I spent a lot of money on that chick and I got nothing out of it. And we went out for a week, and she felt that we were the boyfriend-girlfriend type. You know, she didn't see me as her boyfriend, and I'm like, well, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, we went out, we've been hanging out, you know, I mean, we probably made out a couple times, you know, so that was weak. That was like how would you say that? Shortest relationship I had was a week, and the longest was like, I'd say about a year. In between, you know, when I was like 13 till now, I've never really actually had a girlfriend. That's why relationships aren't really for me. I mean, we can have like a relationship. It doesn't have to be like emotional where you actually care about someone like that. Like, you don't mind seeing them every day, or you don't mind, you know, going out and be, you know, be seen with them. Then I don't know. I don't think that I can do that. You know what I mean? I can say that because now it's like, well, if I choose not to, you know, get married, then that's something that I actually really need to work on not doing. Before, it was just like, well, no, you know, be like kids in, you know, elementary school. Oh, you know, boys, oh, girls got booties and all that shit. Now it's like you get older and it's just like, fuck that. If I feel that, you know, it's just not gonna work, you know, I mean, it's not that I guess if it seems too, like, you know, if I'm putting too much effort into something, like, no, fuck that. You know, kick rocks. It's simple as that.